For my job. Follow up on stuff.
Thank you, Mark.
It's amazing how quickly that.
A little easy one. That's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when Josh
Know what you mean.
dressed up as Santa Claus? He knew what he meant.
You want to start, Mr. Chair? Yep. When it goes green. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Planning and Zoning Commission for Monday, December 20th, 2021. Let's go through. We have established a quorum. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes for December 6th meeting.
Make a motion to approve minutes.
Okay. Second, first, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes approved. No person recognizing the agenda. We have no public hearing and auction tonight. There is no new business, and we move down to the old business, which we have as an action item. Request to sign recommendation for public hearing held on the December 6, 2021 to annex and zone R4 a subsequent preliminary plat for Silverstone North. Applicant Providence Properties, Patrick Connor. Public hearing held on December 6, 2021. Approval on a request to annex and zone R4 a subsequent preliminary plat for a parcel of land consisting of approximately 17.18 acres located east of South 5th West Street, south of Southwest Pyatt Street, and east of Southwest Lago Street. The proposed subdivision will consist of 73 lots, including 49 single-family lots, 14 fourplex lots, and 10 common lots. The development will provide a total of 105 housing units to complete build-out. Entertain a motion for the approval and the recommendation.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that based on the foregoing findings of fact, the City of Mountain Home Planning and Zoning Commission hereby makes the following conclusions of law. The notice and hearing requirements of Idaho section. Are you doing that now? I think I am. Start again.
Okay.
Excuse me. Planning and Zoning Commission hereby recommends to the City Council that the application to annex and zone to R4, along with the requested preliminary plat entitled Silverstone North, be approved by the City Council with the following conditions. Number 1, subject to site plan amendments as required by building, public works, fire, and zoning officials to comply with applicable city codes and standards. Number 2, the final plat and all future development will comply with the uses and bulk and coverage controls per the R4 zoning district. Number 3, prior to a final plat being recorded, the applicant shall receive all necessary approvals regarding water and sewer infrastructure from the Central Health District. The applicant shall adhere to and complete the Silverstone North subdivision traffic impact study recommendations as provided. Number 5, the applicant shall provide additional walking path and water sewer infrastructure and applicable easements as illustrated in Exhibit B. And number 6, per City Code 9-16-10J, failure to file and obtain the certification of the acceptance of the final plat application by the administrator within 1 year after action by the commission shall cause all approvals of said preliminary plat to be null and void unless a 1-year extension of time is applied for, 30 days before the expiration by the subdivider and granted by the commission. A preliminary plat may be extended one time only, after which it shall be considered null and void.
Okay, I have a first. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by James. Let's go around the table. Nancy?
Aye.
Dee Dee?
Aye.
Mark? Aye. Travis?
Aye.
James?
Aye.
Billy? Aye. Motion passes. Moving on to our next action item. This is to annex and zone an R4 planned unit development tabled from the December 6th meeting in lieu of further information for a traffic study. Applicant, Casa Cruz, Steve Taylor Tieran. A request to annex and zone to R4 PUD approximately 15 acres located on South 10th East Street, formerly known as Daniels Road, east of Southwest Silverstone Avenue, west of South 10th East Street. Conversation, comments?
Sorry, Mr. Chair, I'm just trying to clarify something with the planner here.
Yes, sir. Is there anything else we need? We'll put on pause for right now.
Maybe.
Okay.
This is retaining new information, just a clarification.
Yes.
So if you just let that speak for itself.
Okay.
And so I'll just let you discuss the commission. Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty.
Okay, Mr. Chair.
So in your packets, the applicant did provide a clarification as far as the transportation impact study that was conducted, and that it did include and take into consideration agricultural traffic. So all of you have had that. Has everyone been able to read over it?
Yep.
Any further questions concerning that?
Mr. Chair, if I can ask,
Yes.
Mr. Chair, I asked a question last meeting about that, and I guess my question this time is, the traffic study was done recently. Was this traffic study done, let me rephrase that, the agriculture traffic that was taken into account during the traffic study, was it during a elevated traffic during harvest time? That was my question last time, more so than just a tractor going down the street once in a while to get to the next field. That was my, concern, but that was my question.
Yeah. So from my understanding, I don't believe it was conducted during any specific peak harvest time. However, with the answer that was given by the traffic engineer, it shouldn't be a huge issue, given that they say that this is the classification of road it is, even if there were to be peak times, that the roadway in its current capacity would be able to facilitate
All of it.
all of it.
Okay.
Well, I'm satisfied when it comes to the traffic study, the additional information with the traffic study. I'm personally still hung up with it, to me, doesn't fit the surrounding area. That's where I'm still hung up. However, that's just me. We did table it for this additional information, and
I just want to clarify that the letter that was provided simply explains that the traffic impact study was done by a certified engineer and vehicular traffic. In other words, it really didn't add any new information to that which we received at the public hearing, other than a clarification of the qualifications of the engineer and whether the traffic study was conducted.
okay.
Because the record is closed, public hearing is closed, and so we won't be taking testimony from the applicant or from anyone else. So, because this letter was received afterwards, it merely clarifies that stuff that was already in your possession, to wit, the traffic impact study. It just explains, maybe in a follow-on, some of the questions that you had. So I just wanted to clarify that.
However, for clarification, just for your question was it done during a peak harvest time? And the answer was no. Okay.
But there was a caveat to that, as we just heard,
Okay.
that they're satisfied that it can handle it.
Right. That's what I got from you too, right? Okay. Comments, questions?
Well, my only comment, I think, aside from the fact that it's outside of the neighborhood, I'm a little concerned with that, but the concern that we had some concerns brought up also regarding water, and I think my only concern there was that, unfortunately, the way the system works, it's up to the property owner to prove that there is, pollution of something, and we don't do studies, or haven't had people do studies to show that prior to development, and that was my real concern last time, and the fact that it is zoned agricultural, and that this is a fairly major change to that area in general, so.
That's the only consideration on it.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I think we clarified, though, to your point, last meeting, that based on the requirements for the development to harness all of their runoff, that shouldn't be an issue. You're right. I mean, there's no telling. I mean, you would have to prove, the landowner or the owner would have to prove contamination source, but the requirements put on the developer is to harness all of the runoff from that development.
And they had said they would be doing that.
Yeah.
Rich?
Chairman, Commissioners, I believe that those conversations were for Silverstone North and not this property.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Another point of clarification I want you to have is that yes, for the county, it is zoned agricultural, but what you need to look at is our future land use map for the property, and I believe I had a map in all of your packets. All of this, once it annexes into the city, is residential. Just so you know. So, had our future land use map zoned this ag, and the applicant was asking for something different, that's when there would be a conflict. But know that as far as city growth and development, that it is zoned correctly for what is proposed, with a core residential use.
Mr. Chairman, excuse me, just one more time. Thanks, Rich, because I was looking at one page and then skipped down to another one, so thank you.
Brock, just from my clarification, this action is only to annex and zone, or is this also for a preliminary plat?
No, there is no preliminary plat. This is only to
only
annex
annex and
to zone to PUD. The reason that the preliminary plat wasn't combined like others is there is actually a plat currently there, and it needs to be vacated first.
Okay,
But we can rezone it to the PUD without doing it.
okay.
So the preliminary plat will come at a future period.
So this is specifically to annex and zone, that's specific to an R4 PUD. Okay. Thank you for that clarification. I was still thinking that there was a preliminary plat. Okay, good. In that case, Commission, if you don't have any other questions or comments, I entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I also want to make sure that this body is aware that the applicant did take the time to answer much of the concerns from the public. He actually prepared a very lengthy presentation. He met with me and Rich, but in the interest of following the public procedure and protocol and to not open up again another public hearing, that is something that we don't have to go with. If you are really on the fence, know that we do have that. But know that much of the information that he has, without legal having seen it, is probably more clarifying in its overall nature. But I don't want to take that risk.
To be short but sweet. Mr. Chair, I make a motion that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend to the City Council to annex and zone to R4 PUD approximately 15 acres located on South 10th East Street, east of Southwest Silverstone Avenue, west of South 10th East Street.
Okay, first I have a second.
Second.
Second by Mark. Let's go the other way this time. Billy?
Aye.
James?
Aye.
Travis?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Dee Dee?
Aye.
Nancy?
Aye.
Motion passes. With that, then, we'll move down to our department head items. Any questions about monthly billing? Seeing none. No items requested. Ladies and gentlemen, we are adjourned at 6.
Mr. Chair, before we adjourn, we are going to recognize him in City Council, but I just wanted it to be on the record
I'm glad you did. Yes.
that I am very appreciative for the service that James Eskridge has given this commission, for his thoughts, his way of thinking. Though we may have not always thought the same way, he always brought value and a different perspective, and it's going to be missed. And I just want to wish him all the best and thank you for your service.
Thank you,
Agreed.
Ron.
Yes, thank you, James. Yes. Enjoy retirement. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will adjourn at 6:14.